Okay, just imagine this. You suddenly decide to buy the game F124 when it came out back in, I don't know, somewhere in 2024. Then you're like, okay, the game is pretty good. The game's pretty good. It looks good. Yeah, it costs $1 though, but we're still gonna pay it. We're still gonna pay it. And then you get the game. Yeah, it's not really good. It's a fraud, I would say so myself. Comparing it to F123, it's just like a heavy disappointment. Like if you throw them together, side by side, they're kind of like the same game in graphics, but not the same game in heart, or physics or anything in that. Like F124, it feels more arcadey. Like you can dive it in like if you go to the arcade and you just pull up there with your friends and you can see F124 as an arcade thing, which would be odd to find, but still it kind of feels like that, like how you can swing into every corner like very easily, when in F123 you couldn't do that. It was like a totally opposite game. It's like EA knew what they were doing for a quick bit before they decided, you know what? We have all this money. How about we use this to make the physics worse? Now I know it was made with Max Verstappen in mind, so maybe that's why it's so aggressive and more. Yeah, you don't really feel anything in the controller, but in 4 wheel, I don't know about them. I'm broke, so I won't get know anything about what the F124 controller players are currently doing. No, I mean wheel. My bad. Yeah, so, but from my personal opinion, it doesn't really add on anything besides fan zone, UI change, and driver careers where you can choose what driver you want to be. Doesn't really add anything. It's like you bought the same bag from last year, just this one has a little tiny sweet at the bottom. I don't know why there's a sweet there, but doesn't really add anything to what the game is trying to be, like trying to be the F1 racing game. It probably is, but because it's literally the only one, but it it's falling on its own feet. EA is just like paying the big monies, just trying to make this game, and then it turns out to be a complete disaster. And yeah, that's basically what I'm talking about. So guys, if you don't know me already, I'm WGT. I'm a simulator who use console because I do not have a wheel. But yeah, I am currently on a, like what you could say, a break on simulating because burnt out. But yeah, I am giving my true and honest opinion about F124. I call it the fraud, like as you can see in the thumbnail, because it doesn't really feel good compared to F123. Like I would delete the game and just go download F123 if I was you or your mom or anyone really. Like everyone, like when the game released, says there was a lot of bugs, issues, and the physics and that stuff was bad. I can see where they're coming from now. Maybe, well, they still fixed it, but I still see people being like issues with the game and that stuff, which is a little disappointing since I just got it for Game Pass for free, so I didn't have to pay anything. I didn't have to waste my money on uselessness. It's the same game over and over, but it's supposed to be better. You're supposed to feel the physics of the game because it's an F1 game. It's not like FIFA where you can just like, yes, I said FIFA, not EAFC. Why did they do that? But anyways, it's supposed to feel different from the last year, or at least improve in like some physics or the, I don't know, car sounds or something. It's supposed to improve, not degrade after F120. Also, I haven't tried that game. I should probably figure out a way I can try that game. But yeah, it has degraded as I watch a whole bunch of videos, summaries, and whatnot about the constant decrease in F1 games and racing games in general. But me, I'm more on the simulation side, so I don't really feel affected by the decline in racing games like Forza Horizon or Need for Speed. Not my topic to talk about since I've only been on the simulation side of thing. I am calling it, well, they are both racing games. I'm just calling this one simulation just like decipher them because when I say racing games, I mean the arcadey ones, and when I say simulation, I'd be like Assetto Corsa competition, the sim racing games with physics and like feel. You can feel the physics. That's just my deciphering. Don't worry about that. Also, when I was hopping on the game, I was like, okay, UI change doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look any much different. The fan zone in F1 World is okay. It's it's there. Like, I don't know, it serves no purpose. It's just there. It's like, oh yeah, you're the best team who's ever driving for this team in the fan zone. Like, damn, cuz I don't know, so many people were rocking um the Red Bull Junior or the Red Bull Light. I never knew y'all like this team, but anyways, I do like the new livery though. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it just feels off-putting getting into this game after like hour playing hours and hours and hours of a Assetto Corsa company. Of course, they're all different cars and they're all different games, so you have to get used to either or. But it just feels so off to the point where I'm like, what is this game? What is this? It's like so different. I mean, like so different from F123. It's so far apart. Like I can't even do cockpit cam anymore because I feel like if I'm driving cockpit cam with the physics of this one, it just feels so off. Like you don't like pull in. You can just you can just like turn like you're some sort of taxi driver or something, or like you're driving in on a highway or something. I don't know. It just feels like the wheel is loose. Like if you look in cockpit cam, the car feels like weightless. Like there's no weight to it. Like if you moved in F123, it would add a little bit of drag or something. Like you can but feel the force in the controller. But in this one, you can just whole time. You can just move the car to the side, back. It just feels off-putting comparing it to F1 24, F1 23. My bad. I'm giving this game only a bit of recognition for its my bad for the sort of cut, got interrupted. But anyways, continuing my little rant about F1 24. What can I say? It's it's distasteful in an F1 game. You got all the money, you got all this, and you can't do nothing with it. Just feels like it should have been like not shown or something like that. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching today's video. If you're new here, thanks for watching too. If you're a returning viewer, you're dope. You deserve cookie. You get cookie. And I'll see you guys in the next video. That is always GD. Signing out for today's guys.